Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh to some and peace out to the rest of you. Hit the share button because the message is more important than the messenger. Let me first start off by thanking Armando and Gail at Night for coming through on the Cash App, and I mean that from the bottom of my black heart and from the depths of my black mind. Um, I'm going to say to you all that there's talk and speculation about Marjorie Harvey and is she really cheating and asking Steve for half in a divorce? I haven't seen the confirmation. I've just heard the rumors. Really, I should say I've seen the rumors on YouTube like the rest of you knuckleheads. I don't know how true it is. Don't care. This is what I know. I know that um, the lesson to learn from this is that Marjorie Harvey preceded Lori and taught Lori. The lesson to learn from this is that when you brothers that are younger than the boomers are seeing what you're seeing and facing what you're facing, you must understand that their mothers taught them this, and their mothers were oftentimes boomers. Maybe Marjorie is not a boomer, maybe she was born at the tail end of the boomers. She comes from that mindset of women. I want you to know that she's bought and sold, she is for sale. She does not want to be owned, but she wants to be purchased. I know, right? They always want, not only want, but they always, I shouldn't even say they always, but, well, yeah, amongst her cohorts and their daughters, yes, they almost always want and expect even to be bought, but not owned. So you got to come and pay to own them and then not own them. What the F? It's like you're buying them for themselves. They want to sell themselves on the market, on an auction block, but they want you to buy their freedom. No, no, Trick. You up here selling yourself. You got a price tag. I pay it, I own you. You don't nobody own me. Okay, well then you pay your own way. But then what do I okay, you know what? You and I say, all right, you know what? Never mind, bye. We get the passports and we bounce out. Steve wasn't raised like that. But you already know. If it is confirmed that she's cheating with Big Boom, and then she does ask Steve for half, or if it is not confirmed and it turns out that she was not doing so, and it was just a rumor, if that comes out to be the case, she's already made the case against herself, and Steve has told on her while thinking he's bragging. The lesson's already been learned. She's bought and sold, and she taught this to Lori. And since Lori don't need no man for no money, well, Lori's just like, and you know what? I ain't gonna stay with no man. She doesn't really have to, but the point is she can't. That's what she learned from Marjorie. What the hyenocracy wants is to all be like either Marjorie or Lori, and they want all of us to be either Steve Harvey or Russell Wilson. Even if you don't believe that Russell Wilson's like that in real life, it doesn't matter. The point is they want us to make the same decisions under the same circumstances, but we don't have their money. So it's not even realistic for us. And they're saying that if that type of payback or that type of payment ain't realistic after a divorce, bye. That's their mindset. And you are victims in this war, and they know this. Don't get caught up in whether or not If you know the confirmation that this is true, fine. You know it, share it. But don't get caught up in arguing about whether or not Marjorie is really doing all of this before there's a confirmation. Don't get caught up in the argument. The point and the lesson to remember is that Marjorie had already made the case against herself before this. Steve has made the case against himself before this. And that's the path which we don't want to go. We are tired of the Marjories. We are tired of the Lauries. And if some of you say, well, what is it with the Marjories? Well, here's what it is with the Marjories. Marjorie, I don't think she grew up Huxtable. But she has this somewhat exotic look with the eyes and the nose. And so somebody probably said, girl, look, you can get you a man with money. So she insisted on men with money. But she couldn't just shoot into the Huxtable class, so the men with money were going to have to be the negative stereotypes, the drug dealers. And since they're easily disposable anyway, there you go. Hell, she's probably the one that made the anonymous phone calls that got the cops on them. And she gets Steve. And Steve said, I know I got to have this money for her. For what? Her generation talked about being strong, independent, don't need no man. That was her generation talking that stuff. Told that to these young women. But you got to buy her while she sells herself, and then you don't get to own her afterwards. What the F, man? And Steve's up here trying to have all these standards for all these guys that want to date his daughters and stepdaughters. Meanwhile, look what happened with Steve. Look what happened with Laura. She couldn't even keep Michael. That's what they're looking for us to be. They're looking for us to be that. Raise somebody else's babies. First off, wait on the sidelines until you've gotten all this money in the bag just to have to raise somebody else's baby and deal with a meat curtain that's been pretty much damaged by the baby daddy and then the babies on their exit. That's what you get. And that's all you get. And then when they decide to bounce, which could be now or could be later, pay half. Because that's what men do. See, Steve's about to go through exactly what the hell he's been telling men they should have to do. She ain't got to bring nothing to the table. All right, well, she about to take the table now. Whether it's right now as rumored or later on, that's what she's going to do. Dr. Dre's ex-wife did that. Granted, the way that Dr. Dre got with her was some sucker stuff. Oh, she's exotic looking. And, he's started an affair with her and kind of stole her, so to speak, from her previous husband. But you know what now? All right. You don't hear about Wesley Snipes going through this. Check out his marriage or romantic interest. Check it out. You don't hear about that. You don't hear about Dave Chappelle going through this. You see where I'm going? Is this starting to sound familiar? You picked up on a pattern? But see, the problem with Black America is that when women have a certain exotic look, they're told, well, you automatically deserve a man with money and a whole lot of it. And they just have to leave with half of it later. And if the man doesn't do anything to warrant that, they just gonna come. Then they're just gonna do what the Maori twin did and just graduate. That's all. And that's the deal you're told that you're supposed to accept. And when fathers are in the pictures, of their daughters and stepdaughters' lives. You got to come in and meet all the standards. Can you imagine trying to date one of Steve's stepdaughters or daughters? No, you need to come to the door, knock on the door, meet me, shake my hand, let me grill you, ask you all these questions that even she ain't about to ask you yet, even though she don't want you yet to try to commit to her, let me go ahead and grill you, all this stuff. And then you need to make all these steps, take all the initiative, ask her every step of the way, then propose to her so that she can take you for half later. Because that's what men do. Well, it's about to happen to him at some point. Maybe not now, but maybe it's just a rumor. Maybe it's confirmed, but at some point. I mean, that's what she's there for. If they've been together 10 years already, I don't know what she's waiting on. But it's cats like him that will tell you that what you are supposed to do is all of these things and set yourself up and just be at their mercy. And they're going to take half because they don't want you no way. They never did. You all remember when I told you about story time, class compression. Little girl down the street, the one, the guy with the cat that looks like the Fresh Prince, had his baby, was married to a dentist, a Creole dentist out of New Orleans at the time she did this. The dentist met her father and brother, who were actually reasonable guys. Went fishing with them, told them, listen, before I take this next step, I want to ask you guys permission to propose. They said, you've been a good dude, you got our permission. But the point is, he was working to meet standards. He was always trying to be a good dude to meet standards, only for her to cheat on him with a guy that had always had a crush on her all their lives, all their childhood, but she didn't think nothing of him and had friends on him all the way up till she married. Now she gonna give him a chance? And he's stupid for taking it. I mean, either he thought they were separated or he didn't know she was married. I'm not sure which one, but because he didn't believe in breaking up marriage. But the point is that he fell for the dumb stuff. Goofy self. Guess where she learned this from? You might remember me telling you she learned it from her mother. The lesson to learn from this is that these boomerettes are behind a lot of what you are facing from the daughters of the boomerettes. That's the lesson to learn. The idea that she is to be bought. She is to sell herself and to be bought, but she only owns herself even after you had to pay the purchase price. They get that from them. Now, what is different is that generally speaking, amongst a lot of these boomerettes, the idea was that, a drug dealer does not automatically have more appeal than a guy that's making his money legitimately. That's one of the differences. But their daughters pretty much took it to the next level. Oh, no. No. The thug and scammer and the one that easily is disposable is more attractive than the one that's getting his money the right way and is not easily disposable. I mean, he might be financially attractive, but he's still less attractive than the scammer or the drug dealer on whom I can call 911 anonymously and get thrown away. And he never knows who it was. I mean, I'd have to make up a lie for this physician or something to get done away with. But yeah, it's bad. And I want you all to know and remember who it is. A lot of the games you're facing are coming from the boomerettes teaching their daughters. And what they're looking for are Russell Wilson and Steve Harvey. Russell may not be the best example. Steve may not be, because they do have money to lose. But the point I'm making is that there is an image that they have even in the eyes of sisters, and they want you to be that. If you ain't Future, then they want you to settle for being Russell or Steve. And since many of you are saying, I'm not willing to be that, they're mad. Now, the next step for you to understand is that a lot of you are going to say this, well, we get the passports, and you're right. But the next step is for you to understand that in order to maintain these destinations to which you may like to go, you must proactively help the men to stave off misandry from these nations. But that's another talk for another day, and we've already talked about that. Right now, you understand what I'm getting at. The lesson is that these boomerettes have taught their daughters that are anywhere now from their 30s to their own 50s this stuff. The daughters, I mean. They're giving them these things, these ideas. Get him. Get his purse. Never ever do they want to tell them, get his heart, get his stomach, be good to him. No, they don't want to say that. I hope this message has been a benefit and that it helps you out. Thank you for listening. And as always, black heart, black mind, black out. Assalamu alaikum and black heterosexual non-select male power because they don't like it. Black patriarchy until extinction judgment day. Thank you for flying again with me on Jet Black Airways, with Jet Black is also a verb. Keep jetting black with me until the wings and the wheels fall off. Gender, justice, forever.